she's over 80 and she's still bougie. But
I like that.
You dare not, right? Yeah. So growing up, we were 8 that grew up with her. I mean, me, my cousins, my sister, we all grew up with my grandmother, and we all turned out right. So it should tell you the kind of fancy women we grew up with. My grandmother was stern. My grandmother made sure we knew Christ and still know Christ, right? Okay. My grandmother has always been strict. And in my house, it's education or you move out.
Okay. You don't have a choice.
No, you don't have a choice.
But where were your parents? Where was your mom?
So my parents were in Sunyani. They were in Yamfo. I think at the time they felt like there were better educational opportunities in Kumasi. So they wanted my sister and I to move here. I moved first because my sister was way younger. Then after a couple of years, she joined me. So my parents they were married till my dad passed all their lives. Like they've been married, they were married for about 40 something years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but they were there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. But what are your fondest memories of your childhood? If you would recall, what are one of your fondest memories growing up?
I think I had a beautiful childhood. My most beautiful memories were growing up with my cousins. I mean, I don't know how it would be like now for our children, but I grew up one girl at the time that my sister was not here. I grew up with like 6 or 7 boys.
Huh?
Yes. so I grew up playing tennis. I'm very good with cards. In quotes, their friend is Spano. I'm extremely good in those things. I can do draft. That's the name, right? Is that the name? I tell you, I can do that's where I got my interest in football from, right? So my childhood
I actually never knew this.
Oh, my childhood was beautiful. I mean, I'm a boys type of girl. I mean, I'm not all those, but I relate more to them because I grew up with only boys.
Right, let me remind you, if you just tuned in, this is Pink on Y102.5 Kumasi. We're actually streaming live on Facebook, so log on to your Facebook right now and like our Facebook page at Y102.5 Kumasi so that you get to watch everything. You don't have to miss a single detail today. I didn't even know she knows how to play dummy. Can you imagine? But so that makes you the firstborn.
Yeah, that makes me the first girl.
And were you overwhelmed with responsibilities as the firstborn?
Yeah, I was.
So you became literally like a mother at a very young age.
I was responsible for all my cousins at a very young age. Everyone, everyone. Just my grandmother was, let me say, in a typical fancy home, there is no choice, like chores for boys and chores for girls and everything.
Everyone has to do everything.
In my grandmother's house.
Okay.
If you like, don't do it. So it wasn't, but when my grandmother was not around, in fact, I was responsible for everyone.
Okay.
At the time, my grandmother was working with Cocoa Board. So, and then she was moving from Kumasi to Bekwai on the daily, every day back and forth. So after school, before school in the morning, I'm responsible for them. After school, I'm responsible for all of them until my grandmother gets back.
Right.
Yeah, so at a very tender age, I was responsible for all my cousins and them.
So at what point did you guys move to Kumasi?
Oh no, I moved, I think I was 11 or 10, thereabout.
Alone?
Yeah, to live with my grandmother. My parents were still in, I've never really lived with my parents. I grew up with my grandmother.
Okay. Did you miss any part of growing up with them?
Yes. I wished I was living with them. I mean, I'm an 11-year-old who is unable to live with her parents. I mean, at the time, I didn't understand. I wanted to be with my mother and my father. I mean, it was, they treated us good. But my mother felt like, my mother was a teacher. So she felt like, you have better educational opportunities in Kumasi, so go to Kumasi. But I so much wanted to live with my parents. But I grew up with my grandmother. And my grandmother, I tell you, oh man, is strict.
Now, Obiasa, usually a co-schooler, you're asked, it brings me to a joke where my grandma was a teacher too, I'm sure you know that. And there was this boy in her class, Richard. I think now he's in the prison service or something. Richard, say, unina obey there so may busia penny us. Richard so you know be busia penny betons say everyone had something they wanted to do when they grew up. Be so may judge, may lawyer, may teacher, may we. Was nursing part of your childhood dreams? Are you one of those people that we can meet your friends and ask them that when do you want to do this all this while? Oh yeah, they would affirm like yeah, all this while she has always wanted to do. Or how
Deborah Philip Ekachire Ofosun Cancer ahead of you say no kwan Ofosun Cancer tie ho asem say ne MPC or the never special prosecutor enu nti emra ba ye na je say enye nwa asem a ya di ka tie na no na ekoso yi enu nti enye nwa asem ne da yi wo ha
na honorable society so onu so di kan che 300 ana
ma enu nti na me ka say ne 300 no di ka che na da no de wa ma me gina ha na we say de wo gina ha a onu mumu na eko accuse we say Ofosun Cancer
na we de madawurmo wo ye constituency secretary na edi enti na won so say wo ho edi enti na wo ho yi wo special prosecutor office ho yi
ma me de tell say election say ekoso yi man ka sami support Ofosun Cancer ma di MP chief for 16 solid years ni elections awako nyina do no me na di animu me amene ne kasa mafo but the elections ayekui I told him point blank say MP for the sake of your party no ubeko bi on MYN because 2020 no one na nadu difference na nadu nya 78% e your constituency a woso nya 52% 26% gap yenya ho hwe unti si form bio esan say ye campaign 2020 no uye u t-shirt uye ubo onto abo nyina say yemfa nko last eno ti asem ye kan nyina say 4 more for nana 4 more for Kwame eno ni asem ye kan yi twa Asante Achim Central hu nyina sia e de pa amafo nyina chawo and the two aba. Now, for that day, now we have our Twitter reverse the same way. Which as Asante Achim Central for a teeny one mind because near 2 year 2020 acquiring and which is the form.
Listen.
What encouraged you along the line?
I think my encouragement has always come from my patients.
Okay.
I mean, even as a student nurse, when you go to the hospitals and then in the beginning it wasn't easy. I don't know if any student nurse your first time in the hospital, if it's easy for some people, but it wasn't easy for me. A lot of blood here, a lot of people screaming, like a lot of people in pain. At a point, the first time I witnessed someone give birth, it was Kumasi South.
Do you remember how old you were then?
Early 20s, 21, 22.
Oh, no, film.
But Uncle, many so bring me. I mean, me and Nesna was very young. I mean, many so bring me. So it wasn't easy. But what discouraged me, I don't remember anything that happened to me and I told myself, oh, I don't want to be this nurse anymore. No?
Not even nursing school. Wow. Wow.
Nothing. I don't remember anything. I mean, we've encountered difficult situations after becoming a nurse. Maybe the condition of patients. You know, sometimes. I mean, this morning I faced a very, very, very complicated situation with a patient, and then when I was coming here, I referred him. I had to check on him and say, oh, he's on oxygen. I mean, it's not easy. Some of them will get to you, and then today my day has been some way. Everybody that called me noticed that there was something wrong with me and all that, but it gets difficult. But what can you do? You brush up, move on. Yeah.
But were you ready? Have you ever been fully ready for all that comes with your job? Transfers, blood, like you're saying, you know, situations where you get attached to a patient.
Tell me about it.
Have you ever been fully ready? Physically, mentally, spiritually, psychologically, are you fully ready for what?
I don't think there's any nurse who would say she's ready for all those that you mentioned. I've never gotten used to losing a patient. I don't think I ever will. And then transfers,
like almost losing the person.
Almost, yes. I mean, you are never ready for that. I don't, like I said. I mean, sometimes you know that, okay, prognosis of a patient, like expected outcome is what we call prognosis, this doesn't look good, and then anything can happen, even though happen. Even though you know that this can happen, in your heart, you are wishing, right? That's when you know your spirituality coming. Oh, but miracles happening. Then in your heart, you are wishing that this goes the other way, even though you know. And then transfers. I've been working in a village for 14 years. Never been transferred. So I don't know how it feels like. Yeah.
Did you decide you want to be in the village?
Funny thing, I didn't. So my first posting was that village. I mean, do you know when I was going to that village, I cried? We were 5 and we were taken to the streets. So when we got to there, the director said, okay. I mean, 4 of them are remaining in the district hospital. And then me, this tiny girl, you're sending me to this village. So, okay, let me go and see the place. Abna. At a point they will drop you. You have to walk. I feel like there are no pipe-borne waters. The place is dusty. And I remember very well when I went there, I cried my heart out.
You want to share the name of the town with us?
Yes, Okankrum. I'm so proud of that town now.
And Washanti region?
Yes, it's in Seche, the Fijasi. It's called Okankrum.
Just so if you just
Asokore, Senchi, Okankrum.
Almost to Tuaba.
Patron. No, we are better. She said there, bush you abna.
Moye, is say I am pony.
Bush. No, they say we don't have pipe water, but we have a couple of boreholes which serve the same purpose anyway. And it was difficult. I remember I told my dad about it when I was posting everything. I said, I don't want to go there. My dad said, Madam, you buckle up. That's where God is taking you and you go.
You're going.
My dad told me something. Me say, you see when God took, is it Elijah? To the
don't do this.
No, let me do
test my Bible.
And then he was sending the ravens to take the manna or food or bread or whatever it was there. Was he sent prophet now? The raven would have still taken the manna there because his main kind of say it was attached. Nisha was attached there. Personally, right now, I believe my blessing was attached to that place that I went to.
I see.
Yes.
And no regrets.
Do you know it took me 6 months to go and live in that town? I was going from Kumasi to the place every day. 6 months. I mean, got to now. Because it was so difficult for me and I had never lived on my own aside school. And it was kind of difficult. But, let's say if I regret working in Okankum. I mean, everybody that has met me has left. I'm the oldest 7 way professional in that village, but I'm still there.
So, where did philanthropism come in?
Yes. So I think when I was growing up, I saw my mother and my grandmother, me too, right? But when you come and you know you many chance in year 15, because at the time the young teachers now about school, my grandmother was doing same. Almost all our friends would come home and eat with us and everything. So I think beginning of my philanthropy started from what I picked up from my grandmother and my mother.
Right.
But it came into full force when I started working in the village, even before I sent it to social media. And then I think in 2017, it got out there and then,
So, let's say actively since 2017.
Yes.
What would you say was your first personal philanthropic activity?
Personal, she died. So there was this.
Oh, no.
I know, right? It should have discouraged me, but rather it pushed me on. There was this small girl I met. Now one caustic soda. So usually they will put a tube and you feed through and everything. And then they were these in quotes. If I don't mean to offend anyone, so for we're going around with her begging for money for the surgery. I met them in Sunyani. I had clothes from school and then I met them and I and I said to go and give them money. So I went back and gave them money.
In the village?
Yeah. No, in Sunyani, in Yanfo.
Okay.
And then I used to say that something told me to go back, but right now I believe it was the voice of God. So I went back and gave 5 cities and I said, that was 2017. I said, okay, can I take a picture? She said, it's okay. I said, that time, so now me a silly cacao with social media. So I had just a couple of, friends and everything. I said, okay, let me post this on my social media. I've now my first post got shared over 400 times. I said, okay. And then one thing led to the other. I mean, eventually we got everything that the girl needed for the surgery, but apparently they had been roaming for 2 years or so. And see, after surgery, surgery anyway, and she died. I mean, that's
are those situations not reversible?
They are, but medically, almost all conditions have complications, and then there are some you can't predict. You can't 100% predict the outcome of. And early intervention is key, right? That thing happened. Had it been intervened early, she would have been alive. But she left the hospital and was roaming for 2 years.
This is 2017.
Yeah, this is 2017.
And that did not stop you from...
No. I mean, I was there at the time. God brought a man into my way who I would say mentored me, Mr. Ansa. So he paid for a space water for hospital. We paid all the bills at the hospital. I was there when she was buried. I brought her mother to my house. I was there when she was buried and everything. I still remember exactly where we laid her.
We'll be back.
Thank you.
Are you ready to experience the ultimate playlist on Apple Music? Get ready to groove to the beat, feel the rhythm, and immerse yourself in the world of music. Introducing YFM's exclusive playlist, Y Hot List on Apple Music. Y Hot List on Apple Music. Designed to electrify your sense and keep you hooked from start to finish. Check out a specially curated playlist by searching for YFM Ghana on Apple Music. The genre ranges from rap, Afrobeat, throwback, alternative, and YFM Top 20 songs in Ghana with a host of artists.
I just want to hear.
So, what are you waiting for? Dive into YFM's exclusive playlist on Apple Music today and let the rhythm take control. YFM, for the young and young at heart.
So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace.
My name is Diana Hamilton, VGMA Artist of the Year 2021 and Brand Ambassador of Awake Purified Drinking Water. I am super excited to partner with Ghana's first charity-driven water to give back to our communities. Awake is a brand that makes a difference. We impact the world around us. That is why for every bottle of Awake water you buy, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. Yes, every time you quench your thirst with a refreshing bottle of Awake, you're helping contribute to save lives. So keep drinking Awake Purified Drinking Water and let's continue making a difference. Awake Water, one for life. Supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
It's that time of the year and bells are tolling. Your wedding day is one of the most important days of your life. You put a lot of time and effort into planning your day, and yes, we care about those moments as much as you do. Join the Happy Mass Wedding as we take care of all your wedding expenses in this year's Happy FM Mass Wedding that brings no cost to you. This one is a cool chop cry. Register now by simply picking up your form at Happy FM premises in Asylum Down or YFM at a cool price and experience love on a grand scale. Or call 0244 906 235 or 0302 254858 for further inquiries. Happy FM Mass Wedding, hour on another level. Dun dun!
Agriculture is for everyone, and I dream of the day that everyone will have an agriculture, vocational, or technical story to share. My name is Araba Kumsin, and I welcome you to Ghana Grows Ejuma.
Join Araba Kumsing on YFM 102.5 every Monday at 8:30 a.m. for the Ghana Grows Ejuma broadcast. Don't miss Ghana Grows Ejuma broadcast on TV3 at 5:45 p.m. every Sunday evening. For more information on how to register for the Ghana Grows program, call the Springboard Call Center on 030-8255-775 or visit Springboard Zone or Ghana Grows on social media.
Ghana Grows Ejuma is brought to you by MasterCard Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation.
Let's go.
Okay, let's open up the conversation. Let's talk about food. Yummy, finger-licking, sumptuous meals. Let's talk about a fine place where you are served in all plushness and make you feel like the king or queen that you are. Let's talk about pies. Let's talk what is nice. Pies Restaurant is now open at the Kumasi City Mall. Pies Restaurant, dedicated to serving you only fine, sumptuous, and nutritious meals that come at very affordable prices as well. Watch out for the offer days at Pies and don't miss out on the great discounts. Pies is a place to be for breakfast, lunch, and even dinner. Pies also does delivery services, so call the numbers now: 0552 7573528 and 0541 675 935. Find us now at the Kumasi City Mall for all the nutritious meals. Pies, it's nice.
Malaria fever. Tabi atakum. Messi chenwa o chenwa so jina park so. Tabi atakum. Already.
We came here to party. We came here to dance. You know that you're my girl. Damn right I'm your man.
Right, I'm still having a conversation with the beautiful Wendy Boatma-Furi. When you were fans of Facebook Rough, she's actually verified on Facebook. Abain Krenimuno, Abain Nimuno. And she's doing amazing. She's doing awesome. I'm sure that you don't want to miss a single detail. But let me talk to you about C-Wide phones. If you know me, you know that I'm a phone freak. Everything that has to do with smartphones, laptops, like me, I'm going to say devices. A device freak. Me bia na bi me hoyirami, but me papa pano cause he can hold ding. Ntia me ko bia ye ton papa no, and a C-Wide phones. Ghana hadi obiase a C-Wide phones. Now this year, C-Wide wants to blow your mind. Abena, and then free ankono. Na C-Wide blow mind. Oman blow me, ame blow ma. Guess what? They're offering you a buy now, pay later policy.
Oh wow.
Yes. All you need is your Ghana card and that you've registered mobile money. And no crano. And you say when you need to, you sa buy and no obey and she phone crona open. Your mount timeline I would be here. Once you have your mobile money,
Ghana.
Yes. In fact, Kumasi. Yes. They are doing that. Yeah. Inti Tiwi for C-Wide CCA. And one thing I admire about C-Wide is that nyafena o fred last bina me fred guy bina I star. I mean in Kamiya gaze why no so star but I star. Asem naba mama can say why no so star. I'm a friend and on one pick phone no. Okashe bizo de ma or the comma brand. So more like as a personal assistant being a kasa. Sounds like, oh sir, odi komano say I'm the komano. But 20 seconds later, nanti. Oh hello, Abrenam Zimo. Yaram gazi mkula. See why did ye? Enkusi obiaso. Onwa ne fakono. Inti fa number we 0245 05 1799 0245 05 1799. C-Wide ewo old Akati Farms building name just beside Ejaba edum hey udi udru Ejaba now super C-Wide akola ya wonne ede obeko osanso Sambra Hotel Junction no Champion Hotel building name sa shop no kra me kra na me kobia no inti e ho sei no udi ehunhunu ho bra wife na me fa nko C-Wide me am so nsa Edwako and our Doom PZ just by Sobolo Station Hona ni shop bako and our Sanso KGT baby NTN office ne ono C-Wide phones obiase into Techno iPhone Samsung XTG Infinix Itel whatever brand of phone that you want and its accessory buy it from C-Wide phones. A C-Wide or nowhere else. Into sa we cannot banchi diane box.
Came here to party, we came here to to dance.
And you can't even blame me. Like, you can't even blame me, because who are you to blame me? Did I not tell you to go to see one? Come on, go.
He said, she said, dumb shit. I got a whole lot of names and a whole lot.
Oh, Mr. I'm telling you, what do you do at your leisure? You know, in my head, I'm sitting on my bed. Abra, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Why are you laughing? Can't we dream?
We came to the party.
So in my head, when you usually ask me, you know, what's on your mind? What are you doing? In my head, I'm in some beach house, you know, on the bed, in my white robe with my towel, and I'm sipping on white wine and chocolate in my head. But in reality, I am home drinking sober. But since my dream is almost becoming a reality, I'll be buying my wines from Lavino Wines and Liquor. Alright, dream ne wumi team, then can believe it. Meto me wine now Lavino Wine and Liquor. Wines no our Nederbeck, Dom Perignon, and Nedia Bayer time.
And a whole lot of numbers, but I thought that
our Ace of Spade. And no, because can't Ace of Space now, I'm almost saying on Facebook. Our Segura Viadas, our Moe, our La Fiola, our Condor Peak, our Four Special, our Bumbuzo. And easy.
Don't fall for the game.
Now when we go to the hard liquor list, there is Glenvich, there is Glendaloo, there is Deuce, there is Hennessy V Soap, there is Mattel Cognac, there is Grey Coast, there is James Hennessy, there is Hennessy Black, Hennessy Paradise, Remy 1738, and many other wine and liquor that you want. Lavino has the best.
Said she said dumb shit. I got a whole lot of.
Don't settle. Don't nah. Unse Lavino na yesu to wine the quiet last miracle. No cray. Yes, be drew party na say and say wine na sa. No so what? Lavino ho. And a wine na sa meba. I say mama, mom says you go you anim. And I says abna jaisa. I say we see na were you there? But I was. Oh, okay. You know. Now see most
and a whole lot of numbers, but I throw them away.
I say monsa nsyongu ayuanim, and I must say, Mamma say na ayuanin syo dear. Any wine am say I say Mamma Tobo, a burning so in some yema one wajumano, a Juana, me beka chibrof, yes you chamte ye. Now I'm a shen it's no she crack or mokata me to me who she crack made a name on some crabonny na. Yes, yet I said I know a being and you know, and no she crack guma and Tomunum wine ye a yet de papa. Where the Jerusalem had a hin amokofa wine free ye, and I used to say a Lavino wine. I a war a hunju yes.
We came here to dance. You know that you're my girl. I'm proud of me, man. This night going to
so Lavino wine and liquor at Ahunjun Shire. So just opposite Cowbank. The best wine comes from Lavino. Call them on 0558 772 450 or 0205 727 673. Abna, please think. Abna's great. Abina, call me later. You need to give me one song to play for you. Who's your favorite Ghanaian female musician? Think about it. I'll drop a song soon. who is your favorite Ghanaian musician? Female.
Okay, now you specified it.
Yeah.
Dinah Hamilton.
Dinah.
Mm-hmm.
Dinah. Let me know.
Came here to party, we came here to dance.
So get to our Facebook page right now. Hello to Rose Trineboa Kodia on Facebook says, go girls. Hello to Abna Miriel says, shouts to you, Abna K. Thank you so much. Azago Wonder on Facebook says, Abna K, your voice is different from your look. Oh, person chasing. Where are cussing? I know what just Betchim, my voice na a ding, enna me mini pediana ding. Come and explain yourself. Come and explain. Paul Kwabna Jr. says, McLean, sit down. No bayadi. Aaron J says, I like your voice. Thank you so much. Samuel Tagbe says, good evening, guys. Good evening to you too. AJ Mensa is watching us. So get on Facebook right now. Interact with us. All of Wendy's fans who are watching on her Facebook page, please divert a quiet or short way be over a YFM page in the so get to our Facebook page right now. And what you get to watch all of us. Wendy, we are back. I want to ask you, so today I took a trip on your page.
Okay.
You know, and said apart from time now, you be me be who no me call Facebook BM like old page old and I say old post in BM. Today I went on your Facebook and I left in a very doleful way. Like I closed it up with a very doleful look. Like I was battered. I think I saw a lot. And I was just asking myself, how does this lady keep herself sane? How is she, not running on the streets? Because everything, a lot of things there, most are positive, but most are draining. How do you keep sane? What are your therapies? What helps you to keep a sane mind?
Well, I think the very people that are very close to me know this, right? But Misu, if I sit here and say that all that I do has not had a toll on my mental health, I'll be lying to you.
Yeah.
Yes. There are times I take my frustrations out on my family, my husband, my kids, my friends, even sometimes my junior colleagues. Sometimes I think the grace of God has helped me this far. And then after therapy, I used to do therapy. I should go back. I used to talk to a professional from time to time to help me with some of these things. But I've been doing this for so long. I still haven't gotten used to it. But I cry. I do I think one of my escape routes is, I'm not righteous, so I'm enjoying the righteousness of God. Yes. One of my escape routes is music.
Okay.
A lot of gospel music.
Okay.
And then a lot of sermons to just keep me up and keep me going. But Misu can ask the whole Adam. I can call her, and then all I'll do is be crying, and then she'll be on the phone, and then she'll not say anything, and then she'll wait for me to finish crying, and then she'll say, "Are you okay?" I say yes, and then she'll hang up.
Wow.
But what, you powder your face and you move on.
Let me ask you, another thing I noticed was that there's too much going on your Facebook. A bit more cry. One Mickey will post just a regular post under the comment section. Please have me in your DM.
Yes.
Please have me in your DM. Yes. Do you get overwhelmed?
Oh yes, Sabina. There are some of them I read, they have no idea I've read because I haven't replied. But it's so difficult to sometimes disappoint people that it takes a lot of, is it energy to say no, to say that no, this one I can't be of help. Right now, there are lots of people in my inbox, and then some of them, I've not read all the messages, but some of them still, they don't even know that I've seen the messages. But sometimes people are at their ends that they've come to me. I'm not saying I'm obligated to do any of these things, but what kind of message we are? First of all, you find out how privileged you are, and then you realize that. So let me give you a typical example. And they sent me a message of a boy, baby of course, I don't want to mention it, but it's not one of those, A class bougie kind of schools. And then he made 6 A's, 2 B's. What did he make to Accra? Do you guess it? What did he make to Accra? He was on the science and maths quiz, or all those things. And then fortunately he bought forms for KUST. Anyway, is it aerospace engineering something anyway in your school, and then they are sending me this Abena. I've seen it, but from last week to this week Abena kofu na me to me now for bottom na medicine school fees. So I've seen it today, but how am I to reply to this?
I see.
Do you get it? So sometimes Makayo, even under my post, they will come and please check your DM. Please. Some of them, sometimes I see and then I go straight to check. And then some of them too will leave it. But I'll be calling, hello, how are you? Can I ask you for help? If not said anything, so I'll just move to the next person. What did I say? But it gets overwhelming. So there was this day. Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Davey, I think last year somewhere, we were doing this school thing for a lot of people, right? And then I was trying to put the names together, the receipts and everything to pay. I have to pay this today, to pay that tomorrow and everything. And then that very day, I was driving my kids back from Sunyani. I didn't sleep early because I had to stay up and compile everything. I woke up early to drive my kids to. And then you sent me a message at 11 p.m. I wasn't sleeping when you sent the message. I saw it. But at the time, means me reply. And past 6, I'm driving my kids to Kumasi. So when I get here and then I'm relaxed or whatever, I would reply you. And then I think I stopped at a fuel station for my kids to, ease themselves and get them a couple of things. And then I open my phone and I see this message from this guy. Which you are doing? I say, yeah, we are begging you. Who do you think you are? Should we beg you to help us? Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude.
The American in you came to play.
I'm like, dude, do you have any idea the messages? Because last December, I don't know if you remember, there were lots of students. Do you have any idea the number of messages I have to reply? And then I said, okay, so this and this and this and this is what I have to do within the space. Now, who sending me a message? Now you went back to sleeping. And you say that, wow, I didn't know. I say, okay, now you know I'm blocking you. And I blocked them. Do you get this? I mean, don't feel entitled. I'm going to beg people to come and help, and then you feel entitled. Say 11 p.m. you sent me a message, and then that's at if it's only 6, that's at 7:30. I haven't replied you until you come and say, "If you saw your wine." Yes, it gets overwhelming, and all those, I want to do this to you, I want to do that to you. It comes.
Do you ever get people asking you to? Now scan what the thing. Yeah, just come out. What the thing?
Oh no. You know how plain I am. There are people that give me money and don't want me to post, and I don't post. And someone credited my account. I say, "Fetia, assume school fees. Fetia, assume school fees." But I don't post it. Right? I get people me do one see there unless I forget. But I'll come back and account for it. You know where the money is coming from. Okay, so I keep the donors private because that's how they want it. But I'll tell you what the money was used for, and then someone sent money here.
We'll be talking about phototherapy machine soon.
Okay, passion.
Are you ready to experience the ultimate playlist on Apple Music? Get ready to groove to the beat, feel the rhythm, and immerse yourself in the world of music. Introducing YFM's exclusive playlist, Y Hot List on Apple Music. Y Hot List on Apple Music. Designed to electrify your sense and keep you hooked from start to finish. Check out a specially curated playlist by searching for YFM Ghana on Apple Music. The genre ranges from rap, Afrobeat, throwback, alternative, and YFM Top 20 songs in Ghana with a host of artists.
I just want to hear.
So, what are you waiting for? Dive into YFM's exclusive playlist on Apple Music today and let the rhythm take control. YFM, you're getting on the Friday to Sunday, it be crazy. You know the traffic for town, I they talk about the parties for P2 Lounge. It be crazy. You know the minimum boys so that where we go chill. My body forget that place. It is job. See, on Fridays then they do Friday Freaks plus 18. It be crazy. Saturdays, Samedi soiree. Hey, that one too. It be crazy. Sundays, roast and toast. 6 p.m. Oh, then they play some high life food. Right. But after 10 p.m., I mean you know that. It be crazy. Hey, P2 Lounge, Kumasi City Mall, food court, Friday to Sunday. It be crazy.
Arms.
Okay, so we are back. Before we get into phototherapy, do you specialize in child health issues alone? Because but if you just joined us, you're listening to Pink on Y102.5 FM. Pink is a conversation with that woman who's doing amazing, all right? That woman that is changing the narrative. And you just don't... What me CBA, where the baby abeto na yento asum frio. Into sending your questions, get to our Facebook page, and tell me what questions you want me to ask Wendy on your behalf any questions that you have for her. She's a nurse, and she has over 15 years experience, right? 14. And Osayef philanthropic work. You can say philanthropy. I say we 20 was say nyama bi aban and na say juma enye ye no and na munye huye. Yes, o munye na ma me boy chi. En kasa aban enye. Aban ni hui. Say nyama bi say wo ho. And then you make ko bi nye hu say problem bi say wo how we need to touch on them. Into your no and then a foundation. Nene namfufu bi a mo watenka. I am mudini pound say oh asembi ba na say you hua yebe boaw nti ebi omo boa schools ebi mu ko school ebi mu yare intu ya omo bill ebi dru nenim na say moa wo ho a they do their best to wendi ne na ni din come on pink to know all she goes through, how far she has come and all that. Mimbisao say is it just child health issues and I'll specialize in and I say no musika beso.
No, I'm not a child pediatric nurse. I'm a general nurse.
I needed to understand that.
Yes, I'm a general nurse. Yes. But the foundation, we focus on child health and now education, tertiary education. But your number one focus is child health. Abina, like you said, I'm a nurse. Been in the profession for over a decade. And your man kitibia sebi and kola umuma mini 10 cities, 20 cities, 100 cities, 2,000. A woo from no. A who ya say be cool. What I say? Being a nurse has taught me a lot about these things. There are some of them that some need much,
right?
Others don't,
right?
So my profession led me to a lot of these kind of cases and kids, and then we decided I know. And Kolade, I've been almost special. I'm a mother, so for no fault of theirs, sometimes in quotes, for lack of proper care, they fall sick. They encounter accidents, home accidents and stuff, the burns and other things, and then these kids are made to suffer. And then their parents cannot even afford basic medical care. That's where we come in. I believe every child should have access to quality basic medical care. Yeah.
You know how I got drawn to you, right? When I had Ryan and he had jaundice. And I won't get emotional. And we had to go through all that phototherapy stress and all that.
Yeah.
Before being a mother, now me jaundice. I mean, I had heard a lot about jaundice, malaria, typhoid, jaundice, but I really did not know its impact on kids. I didn't
until you had Ryan.
Till I had a child and I had to be looking for phototherapy machines and all that.
You had to move
and it strangely, I don't know if it's some coincidence, it was after his experience that I chanced on your post concerning phototherapy machine. I remember that the very money that was left with my momo, but
I remember.
I just I felt wow, so there could be a kid out there like mine who is struggling. Let me ask you, what was your wake-up call to champion jaundice, child jaundice and phototherapy machine project? In the first place, we don't have phototherapy machines enough in this country.
No, we don't.
Are they aware? Are the right people aware?
I'm sure they are. Because you can't tell me you have a whole region, have a whole teaching hospital in a region, they don't have a phototherapy machine, specifically a Firefly, and you are not aware.
I cringe.
They are. I think they are, but we do, like you said, we are not doing politics. So, phototherapy. So, I went to Kwadaso one day. I was going to see a friend's husband. And then I met this pediatrician. Pediatricians are there is different sets of doctors. They are too passionate.
Yeah.
I met him and he said, and then we were talking. So a social worker said, "Doctor, do you know that this is the woman who have been bothering for money to sort out the patient, the babies and stuff?" He said, "Oh, I've been wanting to see you. Can you help us rally and buy a Firefly phototherapy machine?" I was like, okay. And then he started telling me about incidences, things that are happening, neonatal jaundice, and I was like, okay, doctor, so how much is one machine? He said 27,000 at the time. Then gave me the name of her supply and everything. So okay, I'll pray about this. Sorry, a midwife, contacted me. Or it's SD Miss me SD in Abena. And will say, Neba sent me a picture of the girl. One beautiful girl. She's 2 years old. Na soon see on Tiasen Papa. Because when she suffered jaundice as a baby, neonate, they had to move from hospital to hospital to look for an empty Firefly phototherapy machine for the jaundice to be treated.
I've been there.
Yes. When you be or got it late, let me say that. And now Nibani here cochlear implants, which at the time was going to cost 250,000 cedis. Yeah. And then time that, so if you're not able to raise this money by this period, the baby loses the hearing for life. You should see the girl. So I think that was a wake-up call for me. I was like, what? I mean, I haven't specialized in pediatric nursing, but I know jaundice. So I decided to read more about jaundice and then the machine. So I said, wow. I said, okay, let's test the waters. And then I made the post and I asked that, okay, 270 people on my Facebook page should give me 100 cedis each. The response was overwhelming, Abina. It was breathtaking. Everybody, I gave them like, okay, let's do this in 3 months. I mean, you know, you can pay 20 cedis, 30 cedis, and then we got a number, and yes, here the Firefly pay. Within a couple of like months, like let me say weeks, that machine did that.
Wow. For Quada, so
yes, for Quada. That was where our first machine went. And then when we took the machine, Abina, just said doctors, nurses, no. Like the way how many I see Ajeno.
We for Bakupe. And this is coming to attend to many kids.
Just say Abina, the way how many Ajeno. I'm like, okay, wow. Then I decided that no, we need to do this again. Unfortunately for us at the time, the dollar was, you know, I said, okay, let's wait on this. God will give us another opportunity. So I think later as of last year, I decided that no, we need to get back into this Firefly thing, because when I talk to my friends who are doctors and everything, they're all talking about neonatal jaundice being on the rise. And then there was this child, nobody. They're referring from Go, so I'm not mentioning the name of the hospital, I'm just saying Go. So I've been more referring. I think the child was there for 2 days because none of my minty ambulance fee. I'm not here to talk about the ambulance service. But almost send them a picture and the way the child was yellow. And then eventually when I paid for the ambulance and everything and they got to the machine, the child died. So imagine if they had the machine at the hospital, the baby would have survived.
I didn't even know jaundice kills.
Oh really?
Yes.
Jaundice can make you there's a particular type of cerebral palsy. Jaundice can make a child a vegetable. Jaundice there are lots of complications from jaundice. A lot of them. Damage your liver, organ failures.
How many phototherapy machines do we have now?
We are doing 10. Fortunately, we have 4 now. So imagine a whole region. So we recently took one to the Upper West Regional Hospital, the whole teaching hospital, Abina. We sent their first phototherapy machine. I would never forget how the CEO or director of the hospital received that. That man was over the moon.
And this was led by you?
Yes.
A woman?
This was in December.
Single-handedly?
Single-handedly. And then same December, we've done the teaching hospital had no phototherapy machine. We gave them their first one. And then we have our last one that we are giving out before January ends. And then in the first quarter, we've put message in place, written to a couple of people who are helping us to buy. And then my Facebook page, I'll be doing another campaign. So we are hoping that by March, we would have given out 6 machines, and then we take it from there.
I know you wouldn't like this question, but how would you describe the current health system?
Has it ever been better? I mean, I personally think that they can do better. Because when we are
especially
healthy,
for child health,
Abina, because when a child is sick, ne papa, if not worried, or like if not with the mother taking care of the child, or with dream bunny, attention is divided. You know that. And see, it doesn't even make the parents productive, right? But if measures were in place, there are some conditions, I agree, the child has to be in the hospital and all. But imagine the stress you went through, right? The kind of emotional trauma you put on you, risking right?
A new mom,
a new mother. Don't forget that, a new mother. I mean, I had twins. I wasn't a new mother, but they suffered jaundice. She gets it. Well, so when the doctor spoke, I said, oh, okay. Then I began to realize that I was lucky. There are lots of women. When the doctors tell me about jaundice in some of the regions, Abena, let me give you an incident. Say
yeah.
There are types of jaundice. There are some of them is because you're not producing enough breast milk. See, once the milk starts flowing, the baby will be fine. Just a bit of sunshine and everything. May say in some parts of Ghana, almost they are chronic to a sound. In the baby hospital now, chronic change. No, I'm telling you, I have conversations with these doctors, so I'm telling you what's happening. And then even when they come early, the machines are not available. The very day we took the machine to the teaching hospital, that very day, the very moment we took it out from the box, a baby was put inside. That's how bad they needed the machine. So yes, and unfortunately for us, it's costing our supplier sold it to us for 58,000, but right now it's costing 62,000.
Choppable Ghana
yes,
cedis.
Darling. Something we got in 2022 for 27,000. As of December, just this December, I was selling for 62.
Look at me.
Yeah, I know. You are crying. I noticed.
What's the dream for you like? And how can we help? Because we can watch a lot of kids have jaundice. There should be some preventable measures. How about we start a campaign to at least train pregnant mothers on the things that they can do to avoid jaundice. And then if the kids have them, the babies, the neonates have them, how do we help? What are some of the things that we can do to support a woman's dream, your dream, to make sure that we cut, if not completely, we bring so low the number of jaundice cases that we receive on daily basis?
I think the doctors and the midwives and the nurses are doing the most because they are educating these women on these conditions. Even during pregnancies, I've witnessed a couple of midwives and pediatricians talk about it, and then when the babies come, they also talk to them. But Abina, I think early intervention.
When you notice it,
yes,
bring the child.
Yes. When you notice it, bring the child. But here's the case: we're noticing ordinaba. When baby are in better. When you machine you, you've educated them that when you notice it, do A, B, C, C, that. But if it's a persist after these couple of hours or after these couple of days, bring the baby, and then they bring the baby. When you machine be adding better. Typical example, you find says or the neighbor MCHISU Mokosha confirmation. Oh, occupied. Okay, Moko exchange. Why occupied? Or Moko Tech Hospital, and they are roaming around with a neonate who has jaundice. It's immediate. I mean, I've written a couple of proposals to a couple of companies, hoping that our campaign will pick up. I mean, I'm looking at 2024 to be a great year for Firefly and it's or the campaign that we'll be making. But I think it would be beautiful if other women, other mothers, especially those of us who have suffered, who has witnessed our babies go through jaundice, if they would add their voices, if they would tell people the stress they had to go through. There's a case in my inbox that every month it was 1,000 cedis for therapy for Neba because on your neonatal jaundice and why cerebral palsy, and they are doing rehab now, and then she can't even afford it.
But cerebral palsy is not even reversible.
No. But you do therapy so that you can gain some of the can say maybe learn how to walk, sometimes learn how to talk, learn how to say a couple of, they go through therapy a lot.
So you know what, I am on this note actually reminding you again that I want to be an ambassador for this campaign.
Thank you, darling.
Yes. I have to. I want to devote myself if there is any way I can, because I am a victim of neonatal jaundice and I know how it feels. So I know the reality. And I'm sure that you don't need to be a mom that has suffered that to join us.
A lot of people
we need women to join us to raise funds.
We need the men as well, though.
Yeah, more. But we have to curb neonatal children. But let me ask you, how do you describe the current generation? I'm saying from Gen Z. Is it Gen Z or what?
Oh,
how would you describe?
I was born in the 80s, so I don't know.
Given that, you're to give an advice to your 25-year-old self who is living in the Gen Zs, what would you tell them?
Same way would be say, I mean, I'm a huge fan of respect. What's in American Asia? I grew up in a home where you can't just take water in a cup and go and give to my grandma. But Jeff, my friend, one of the university guys that I shared this on Facebook and everybody was laughing. So from time to time when I get funds, I mean those that we support, I call them and then I push some to your momo for your day-to-day activities, food and stuff like that. So I was calling them, I'll call you and then I want to confirm because it's been about MTN Bosnia. So I want to confirm if I can send the money to that account. And then I call this one. Right, and then I'm like, hello, let me use Abna. Hello Abna, good evening. This is Wendy. How are you? Is this your mobile money number? And I said, hello Abna, good evening. How are you? Yeah. I'm like, huh? Let me draw back. What did you say? I'm like, do you know who is talking? Yeah, Wendy. Mr. Okache. Come here, send to Uska, but since you don't know how to say good evening, I'm keeping my money. Abna, what stops you from saying good evening back?
No, we are Gen Zs, baby.
Yeah, we are Gen Zs saying. Good evening, Abena. Good evening, Wendy. I'm not even looking for the accolades, madam. The basics. Good evening. My 25-year-old self. I mean, you know, but I wish they would respect relationships. You know, right. So regardless what, I just wish they would respect relationships because I've listened to a couple of guy be sending a lecture on a female or madam when these things came and she sent me a screenshot of messages now. She sent me and said, yes dear, yeah, what's up? You are talking to your lecturer. Yeah, what's up? Into the same with Gen Z's. You guys should respect relationships. Yes, sir, we are trim. You guys should.
So I'm going to do a pinky test on you since the show is pink and we are almost closing. Now you can't think of these questions as soon as I end. In fact, like of Acrobet will say, as soon as my mouth cuts, you are supposed to answer. You can't think of these questions,
madam.
No,
quiz.
No, you cannot think of these questions. So, if you weren't a nurse, you would be
a teacher.
Saloon car or 4-wheel?
Oh, 4-wheel.
Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Apple or Windows?
Apple.
You can't think about it.
I didn't hear you. I didn't think about it.
Calls or text?
Text.
Bank alert or Momo alert?
Momo.
Momo. Yes. Fufu or rice?
Fufu. Any day, anytime.
If you were in Tabana, you'd be?
If yeah.
Nipa Yokobra. I'm gonna pick 2 calls. Call me now on 0246807545 and say hello to Wendy. If you just joined, you are late, very late. You are late to the party, but Wendy is doing incredibly well, and then we're celebrating her today. Well, let's see who is on Facebook. Rose says, I want you to tell Wendy she's doing the Lord's work. I know it get hard.
Thank you.
And I know there are times that she would question herself, but I want her to know that God's got her. And she inspires me a lot to go all out. Auntie Rosie Darcy.
Thank you.
Well, James Japan on Facebook says, please ask Wendy how is she able to take care of her own self after taking care of others. You guys are doing amazing. Watching you live from Italy. Italiano. How do you? I mean, I even wanted to ask you, are there times that you need help, but you need to put your help on hold to help others?
This year, when we entered the year, the first thing a friend of mine said to me, see, this year, be conscious of your look. Don't be running around with those broken nails and
and that's why I see the hair is hairy.
Unattended to pedicure and manicure and all those things.
Yeah.
Barely. Me, who invited me program for Sunday in a bar, not just a bit door. Because Sunday is the only day in the week I get to be with my kids. So yes, taking care of myself. I work out. That's my way of taking care of myself.
Adi Frank says, Abna, please help Wendy Boatema Ofori with her campaign. Her donors are doing a wonderful job, but at 62,000 Ghana cedis for one Firefly machine, there's only so much she can do. Ghana's focus has been on dialysis for adults, all while innocent babies die from lack of access to Firefly. Yeah, you've said it all. You've said it all. Give me a call now on 0246807545. What do you want to say to Wendy Boatema Ofori? I think I have my first caller. Hello. 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 Okay, give me a call now on 0246807545. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Abna.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Super Mario, calling from Genina.
Okay, Mario. What do you have to tell Wendy?
Wendy, there's a lot of issues. You know, we have Minister of Education in this country, but we don't hear from him. If you said you will hear people who will come and attack you, so we are in a year of elections, so you can't express your feelings. Why this issue is addressing is very important to the country. How much is the machine? 52 Ghana cedis. And we are in a year of elections here.
Actually, it's 62,000 Ghana cedis. 62,620 million.
620 million. Abna is not enough for them. For the politicians we have in Ghana here. And even one of our millionaires we have in our constituencies also can't do.
Don't shake this table. Stop shaking this table. It has one-legged. I'm listening.
Ghana.
But all of us can come together. You can check her up on Facebook, Wendy Boatema Ofori. Her Facebook page is verified. She can't do it alone. Would you imagine saying in a year, mano, 20 Ghana cedis every week? 20 Ghana cedis, and now they're 10 Ghana cedis. You been a photo. Firefly machine be brave and kwala be brave be jai John de CRA and I say ombesa intimacy yeni na yemboa. Give me a call on 0246807545. We are celebrating Wendy Boatema Ofori on Pink on YFM. She's actually our debut guest, the first guest to appear on the show. Hello.
Hello, Abra.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Morris. I'm calling from Akotiala.
Morris, please move away from your radio set and tell me what you have to say to Wendy.
Sister Abna, good evening.
Yeah, Joe super, you too.
What I want to say is God should bless Abna. She's been very good to all those around her. And we are all trying to support her in any way possible.
Thank you so much, Morris. Thank you. And encourage other people to support the worthy cause too. 0246807545. I'm going to pick two more callers and then we wrap up. 0246807545. Hello, good evening. Please, when you call, move away from the radio set. It gives us a terrible feedback, please. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Godina.
Yes, sir.
Ziggy Mali.
Ziggy, not to say.
Nyamiado,
Miss Milia Pa. Ziggy, Kabibi Kakrache, Wendy Mae.
Oh, Wendy,
Aye, inti yenim se usika neba on. We dey ato machine no. Yeah, that's it. 246. Thank you so much. 0246807545. Two more callers, right? Let's do two. 0246807545. What are you telling Wendy? A woman, Obabesia, Atnasia Jenny, who said, Nkola be bringing John this too much. We need to raise funds to buy phototherapy machine. Ebiana unim what a phototherapy machine is. A machine a yeden kwala ne to ase. Mebaninya jaundice, I mean, who say jaundice is caused by, is it bilirubin or something? I am medicals by force. The machine breaks the number of bilirubins in the system. That is what a phototherapy machine does. Wendy, as we are waiting for the last caller, let me ask you, in conclusion, how helpful has your beneficiaries been, and what do we tell them, so that they keep it coming? And to the new people that are just chancing on you and what you do, how do we bring them on board?
Okay, first and foremost, say then you may say the
when you hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Stacy.
Stacy, where? From Kochi. Okay. Stacy, what do you have to tell Wendy?
I could tell Mommy Wendy that she should actually keep on the good job. Like, I'm just a SSS student listening, and I'm so happy and I've been inspired by what she's doing.
Thank you so much, and then keep loving Wendy. All right. How do you feel when people show you so much love and admiration?
Sometimes it gets. There are times I walk into the airport and then someone will say, "I know you." Come. What seat do you prefer?
Superstar.
What seats do you prefer? Anyways, it's heartwarming to know that people appreciate what you do, and then you have that kind of support out there. It's beautiful.
How do we bring people on board? Those
I mean, like you said, let me say, because it's not just me. Most of our fans from Facebook, 90% of our fans are from Facebook. A lot of them have stood by me since 2017, and they still send in funds to support some of these cases that I post. God bless them. They shouldn't get tired of me. There is no Wendy without all the donations that come my way.
Right.
They should keep supporting us. They should refer us to Firefly Machine, KGO Atubiamaye.
Okay.
Someone just said, okay, KGO has this. Can you apply? So that's a referral that came from another person who is a donor, and then KGO bought us a machine. If they know of any chances or opportunities where we can use to, a campaign, especially for the Firefly, they know of companies that we can write proposals to and everything, they should come on board. And those of us that our pockets are, okay, and they can support us, they should kind of.
No amount is too small.
No, I'm not. Probably sending me 20 pesos or so. And gladly, that is what the person has, and the person is sharing. Just as someone can just say, let me give you some 2K. Someone can. I don't know. So nothing is too small.
See why phones, Sebra, come. Na, what do Ghana card a bar? And they say, mobile money in quadie, ye mouth phone. Near mouth bread, a mouth tia. Hey, see why don't quana besa. Ain't he say, Duma? Either so beko older Catty Farms building ho. See wide, shop, See wide is spelled SEE. And then wide WIDE. Say C wide hununi kind C wide. And I say obeko Sambra Hotel Junction inside Champion Building no. Very close to Malcolm C wide L branch and I say Edum PZ just by Sobolo Junction Sobolo Station, pardon, C wide L branch L or just call the hotline. Fran say yeah picky. Na to say over your phone. So call 0245 05 1799. See white phones. Obia see Makacho said why na yesu di ye on wadwuma or wedding nothing. E wo Cana no. Yesu to Lavino wines and liquor. We ain't your blasphemy no crack. Yes, you can't say no crack. Oto Lavino, because they are the finest place to get the finest selection of liquor and wine. It's not just a store, it's an experience. They've got an incredible range of wines that would tantalize your taste buds. What is it? Uncle Lavino. So if you're in the mood to throw yourself some red wine or some white wine, go to Lavinos. More Nederberg, more Glass Azuri, more La Fiole, Condor Peak, For Special, Ace of Spade, DS, Segura Viadas, Moe. And when you go to the hard liquor, shelf, you can grab yourself Deuce or Hennessy V Soap or Wood Reserve or James Hennessy or Hennessy Black or Remy 1738. Just go and enjoy yourself. Oh, big boys be a share, big girls be a share. You want to make a mark. Person say you day in a right way. Lavino will share so hey, just opposite Cowback. Beautiful shop that serves all your wine and liquor needs. Please call Lavino on 0558 772 450 0558 772 450 or 0205 727 673. I spoke to an industrious young woman, a mother, and a woman changing lives. What you guys don't know is that she has twins. Yes, she's a twin mother. Twice. And she's changing lives. Wendy is single-handedly raising awareness the more about jaundice, neonatal jaundice, and phototherapy. Yes, she was born on Tuesday, a few decades ago on 22nd April. And unfortunately this year, I wasn't well. I couldn't join the kids' party. And I was sad.
You missed out.
Charlie, I saw all the things that people were doing. I'm like, hey, Jesus Christos.
You missed that.
It was fun. And you did well. And she has been my guest today on Pink. Wendy, you cry. In 1 minute, say something and then we're out.
Say something.
Anything.
Okay. Anything. Okay. You know I admire you, right?
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
Please capture this moment. This one barely tells me how she feels.
Yes, I know I can be strict on you sometimes, but a lot of people don't know that aspect of me. Well, maybe a couple of them.
Me that do.
But I can be strict sometimes, but I admire you.
Thank you.
For what you do.
Thank you.
I'm an advocate for women breaking barriers. So keep going.
Thank you.
Keep inspiring, just like some of us were inspired by the gifty aunties and we are inspiring others. Keep inspiring everyone around you and all that. That's what I have to say in 1 minute.
My name is Abnaki Yadom and this has been Pink on Y 102.5 FM. We come your way again next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pink, a conversation with that woman who is making a difference. Pink, we're celebrating women breaking barriers.